Hello, Shining Soul. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm a psychic medium that's on a mystical mission to spread unconditional love, light, and joy to all that reside on this beautiful planet. Today we have a shadow work themed reading. So this is going to highlight the shadow that is needing to be worked on right now and give you tips on how to go about working on it and going down your shadow work journey. So we do have 3 different decks as well as crystals to choose from. I will show those up close. Once you decide what pile or piles are calling your name, you can check down below in the description box to see the timestamps and go straight to your personalized reading. For pile 1, we have the Nature's Whispers Oracle cards with the Chrysocolla crystal. For pile 2, we have the Star Dragons Oracle deck with Mahogany Obsidian for the crystal. For pile 3, we have the Starseed Oracle with Smoky Quartz for the crystal. Go ahead and tune into that intuition to pick your pile or piles and enjoy your shadow work reading. Hello, pile 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the beautiful Nature's Whispers Oracle deck. So we have already got your cards shuffled out here. We've got 8 cards from this deck as well as a couple tea leaf cards. So let's go ahead and stick this over to the side and get right into it to find out what shadow needs to be worked on right now and how to start that journey. Let's dive into the cards and see what you've got. Be true to your heart. The big picture. Show your support. Hope and happiness. Make a decision. Bountiful harvest. Clear endeavor. And be gentle with yourself. For your tea leaf cards, you have Kite with Vacation, Grasshopper with Situations in the Balance that require careful handling, and Bouquet, Compliments from an Admirer. Your first card here, Be True to Your Heart. Now this is the shadow that needs attention. This card talks about trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, and not allowing your opinion to be swayed. So to me, that screams boundaries. Feels like in the past, pile 1, you have had a hard time with boundaries, whether that is not being able to say no when you really want to, or setting boundaries and then not being able to act upon them or allowing them to almost fall down. So this is saying really the shadow that is needing attention right now is your ability to say what you truly feel. Trust yourself that you know what you need and really set those strong boundaries and don't let anybody say or tell you differently. I did pull a tarot card to get some confirmation as well on this card, and we've got the Queen of Pentacles coming out. And this definitely, again, reinstates the fact that we are talking about boundaries, as the Queen of Pentacles is about that motherly security. So this is really calling on you definitely to be able to have strong enough boundaries that you feel safe, that you feel secure, that you feel prosperous, that you can be at ease like the Queen of Pentacles. And really that is the overall energy that you want to move forward with, that you want to cultivate for yourself, that wonderful, prosperous, safe security, that motherly type energy where you just feel comfortable and secure in your own boundaries. Now that we know what shadow is needing attention right now, let's go into the rest of the cards and bring out the rest of the messages here for you. So with the big picture, your next card, oh, and I'm just realizing you have 6, 6. This is number 26 and this is 6, but the 2 6s here are making an angel number, so 66. Oh, and you also have an angel number 33 and an angel number 11, 11 here. Wow, very interesting. You may, pile 1, have recently been seeing a lot of angel numbers or number sequences like that. If so, that is definitely your guardian angels sending you that and letting you know that you are on the right path and to keep going. Love that. Lots of angelic energy. And in this card, I do feel like this is depicted to be an angel as well with those wings. So I love that. Okay, I noticed that right as we went to the card with the angels. So with the big picture, the message here is to allow yourself to step back. So when we are looking at shadows head on, when we're looking at them through almost a funnel, it's very difficult to deal with. So this is the message here. This is the suggestion, is to allow yourself to step back. As we see, this angel is looking at the world from afar, and look at, as they have stepped back, they can now see things in a beautiful, flourishing, loving way. They're able to send love. We've got the rainbow streak of light going, so love and light and healing to the planet, and they are able to see things in a growth and flourishing way. So this is what the big picture is saying to you, pile 1, is when dealing with this shadow, step back, because this allows yourself, zoom out, this allows yourself to really see the bigger picture of it, to really see the root of it, to really see where it's coming from, why it happened, maybe why you acted that way, etc., etc. So really step back here and allow yourself that space to breathe and that space to see a little bit clearer when going at this shadow work. Your next 2 cards go hand in hand. Show your support and hope and happiness. Show your support is really talking here about allowing yourself to give support to others. So I love that this is coming in as a message for your shadow work journey. To help you with this is actually to reach out to others and allow yourself to show support. So that would be maybe if a friend is moving, asking if they need help, or if you're seeing a coworker struggling, maybe asking if they need a little bit of support or a little bit of assistance. Because when you support others, it really brings in this beautiful energy, and that's going to help you while you work on the shadow. It's going to bring in some beautiful light and love into your journey. So really reach out to others and don't allow yourself to isolate while you're working on this shadow. Make sure that you're still interacting with others and you're having that communication where you're able to be the support for somebody else. And that's going to actually assist you on working with this shadow. And hope and happiness, that's just a general message here, pile 1. I feel like this is letting you know that there is a lot of hope for you when it comes to healing this shadow. And once you're able to heal it, using that hope, what comes after is bliss, happiness, joy, because once we do release a shadow, we release something of a lower vibration, it allows an empty space for something higher to come in, something more joyful, blissful, beautiful. So that's really what you'll be doing essentially, is bringing in more high vibrational energies for yourself. Now that brings us down over to your 1-1, your 11 card, Make a Decision. This is a great card because it really talks on the free will that we have. Free will is one of the most magical things that we have as humans. Every second of every day, we have the free will to choose what we want to say, think, act, eat, feel. It really is a magical thing to have free will. And with the make a decision card, what this is saying is you truly have the decision here. It is up to you if you would like to heal this shadow. No one will do it for you. And that is why it is a decision for you to make. Because there is only one person that can heal our shadows, and that is ourselves. It has to be done internally. It is simply not a job that anybody else can do proficiently. And this card is letting you know that it is truly, what is that saying? The ball is in your court. It is truly in your court, pile one. It is 100% up to you if you would like to move forward with this hope and continue down the journey of healing this shadow to bring you happiness. 100% your choice. And I love that this card has come up to remind you of that. You are not being forced ever into healing anything. It is always a choice. Now, your next three cards I do feel are talking on if your decision is, yes, I want to go ahead and heal this. We've got Bountiful Harvest, Clear Endeavor, and Be Gentle with Yourself. So what this is saying to me is when you decide, almost the second you decide to start working on this, you're going to notice a lot of wonderful energy coming to you. With that Bountiful Harvest card, all those beautiful colors. We've got the white bird, which signifies peace. I really do feel like it's not going to take you long at all, pile one, to actually feel some wonderful, good, high vibrational energy from working on this. Like, I'm feeling it's going to maybe take you 1 or 2 sessions in whatever way that you like to do your shadow work, and you're already going to be feeling this bountiful harvest of happiness. You've even got the same colors here with this rainbow hair and then this rainbow in this card. So that is the type of energy coming to you while you clear. I'm just noticing we have rainbow here too. So that is the energy coming to you. Lots of good energy coming to you really soon if you start working on this. Second, with Clear Endeavor, you're good to go. I feel like that's why you're going to be feeling the bountiful harvest so quickly, is because nothing's stopping you. If you decide to say yes and move forward with this, pile one, there really are no obstacles. It is a clear path, and I feel like your spirit guides have helped allow this path to be open and clear, and that is why the shadow is coming up in this reading, and that's why you found this reading, pile one, because the coast is clear. It is definitely an amazing time to go ahead and start healing this, because like I said, these two beside each other, it's not going to take you long to get somewhere, to feel good about it, to feel like you've actually lifted some of the shadow off of your back or off of your shoulders, like a weight has been lifted. Definitely a very open road if you want to go down it to heal this. And that moves us into Be Gentle with Yourself. And I think, again, this is just a nice overall message that your guides and higher self want to bring through for you, is make sure while you're going through this process, you are treating yourself as you would treat a friend. Don't get angry or frustrated with yourself. When you're doing shadow work, it really is all about care, compassion, empathy. It is about mothering yourself, again, with that Queen of Pentacles energy, which you're striving for. But make sure that you are definitely treating yourself the way that you would treat a loved one. Make sure you are limiting the negative self-talk or trying to eliminate a lot of those feelings of frustration or thinking that, oh, I'm not good enough, or I didn't do it right, or I'm not doing it quick enough. It's all about those comforting, compassionate, empathetic thoughts and ways to go about this. You want to make sure that if you weren't as far as you thought, you tell yourself it's okay, there's no rush, we can go at our own pace. So again, making sure that you are really being gentle with yourself, because that is the number one tip here for you when working on this shadow, is really make sure that you are not harping on yourself, pushing yourself too hard, or belittling yourself in any way, because that is not going to help you. Let's go into the tarot deck and pull a card for you. Let's get another one. Aha, look at what wants to come out. The Strength card. Yes, I like that. You need strength and care and compassion. These are the two things combined together that are going to just help you sail through this journey and help you to really clear the shadow and to reset those boundaries so that you're feeling more comfortable with yourself. Now, for some of you, this might be only one shadow. For others, it may be multiple smaller shadows that these things have happened in your past where somebody has violated your boundaries or somebody has violated your truth, where they have misconstrued it or where they have taken your words and twisted them, and you have not been able to defend yourself or have strong enough boundaries where you felt safe and secure to deal with the situation. So I love how strength is coming out, because it's allowing you to know that you are at this place now where you can look at these instances. You can see at the time you didn't have this Queen of Pentacles energy. Maybe you were a kid, so you didn't have a strong, secure boundary system, which is understandable, right? We only have what we can work with, or we only know what we know. So I love that the strength is letting you know that you're at a place in your life where you're able to look back, understand, again, zoom back, look back with the bigger picture and understand why things happened the way they did. And now you have the strength to change it, to clear it out, and really remove those shadows, remove those darker times where you felt violated, where you felt like your truth wasn't being listened to, where you felt like your voice wasn't being heard, because you have done so much inner work, I feel like, Pile One, to get you to this place where you have such a clear path and such strength and this hope and happiness to clear this. Like, you are just ready to go. You are just ready to definitely get rid of some of your shadows and do some shadow work. So it's great that the Strength card is reiterating and reminding you of how far you've come from when these shadows were created in your past, and look at how powerful and strong you are now. And that's why it's going to be so easy for you to really clear this. Heading over to the tea leaf cards with Bouquet, Compliments from an Admirer. I like this because this is almost going to be helping you to work on your boundaries and know what is okay to let in, what feels good to let in. I do feel like, because this is your shadow, maybe you have, some of you, too strong of boundaries where you don't even allow conversation in, where you don't even allow positivity in, where you don't necessarily even allow compliments in. And everyone deserves compliments. It feels great to be complimented. So this card is really letting you know that it's time to rework those boundaries and realize that there are good things that you can allow in. And once you have this Queen of Pentacles energy with your boundaries, where you feel safe, secure, prosperous, you're going to so easily be able to detect the things that are negative or positive, and you're going to be able to enjoy life again, because you're not going to have such a rock solid boundary where you don't let anything in. That's not necessarily, a happy way to live life either. So this card is really letting you know that there are positive things to allow into your space. And while you are working on clearing the shadow, to start being able to detect what those are and decipher them from the negative, and realizing that you don't have to bunch all interaction into a negative category. There definitely is some that is positive. With Grasshopper, we have situations in the balance that require careful handling. Now that, to me, is directly tied with be gentle with yourself. Allow yourself, again, that empathy, that compassion. Don't be hard and harsh on yourself, and don't be saying negative things or having negative self-talk, because that's really going to just one step forward, two step back you. You're not going to get far. And you have such a clear road. So I think that's why that message is showing up twice for you, to remind you and to really sink in the fact that care, compassion, and empathy is the key. That really is going to allow you to move through this very smoothly. And lastly, with Kite, we do have vacation. Now, that doesn't mean you have to get on a plane and go on a big vacation, but I do think that this is saying you need a little break for you. You need a little self-care, you time, whether that is you know, whatever you can muster up, whatever you can find. We're all busy. We all have our lives. But, you know, if that's just going for a nice walk in the park by yourself one afternoon, or going to the mall and just enjoying window shopping, or maybe buying yourself a little something. This is saying get away and do something fun. And it doesn't, again, have to be really far. But I mean, if you do want to hop on a plane and go on a vacation, no one is stopping you either. You know, whatever feels right for you, whatever fits for your life, whatever makes sense. But that nice time away out of your regular routine, that is the message. That is what is going to help you on this shadow work journey as you clear it. So 2 things popping up, the vacation and show your support. These are 2 physical things that are actually going to be helping you on this shadow work journey that you can do externally. You know, taking yourself somewhere nice, enjoying a nice afternoon or a weekend away, whatever that looks like. And as well, offering your hand of support to, again, family, friends, maybe your partner, maybe a coworker, whatever it is, again, in your life that makes sense. We are going to end with a fairy message card. So let's see what your final message is, pile 1. Right there. Ah, friendship. Fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. I love how this card has come out because it is kind of letting you know 2 things here, pile 1. First, it's saying make sure that you are reaching out to your friends. Make sure, again, you're not isolating yourself and allowing yourself to really still enjoy life. Shadow work doesn't have to be all dreary, like you lock yourself in a room for a week and you never come out, or a month, or whatever however long it's going to take you to work on your shadow. It's little bits at a time. You know, you still have your life going on. You still have your friendships. You're still going out and doing things and enjoying life. But, you know, on your downtime at home, you're still working on healing your shadow. So it's not this one big sit down thing. It's these little pieces at a time that you can do. And so it's saying make sure that you aren't just isolating yourself and overwhelming yourself with this. Like, again, the care and the compassion. Go slow, go at your own pace, whatever you need to do, and make sure you're still having fun with your friends and reaching out to them and enjoying your time with them. Now, secondly, this is saying, pile 1, like on the bottom, it says, make sure that you have friends that are supporting and encouraging you on this journey. So if there's anybody in your friend group or anyone around you that is bringing some negativity or drama, or that is just not supportive at all in this journey while you're working on the shadow, or who are maybe giving you some negative reactions to setting boundaries, make sure you're being aware of that, pile 1, okay? I'm not saying, you know, chuck your friends out, but definitely make sure that you are aware if there is somebody who's not supporting you, because actions speak louder than words, okay? So be aware of anybody in your friend group who's just not doing the support or showing the support that they really should as a friend, because you don't need those people, pile 1. You really only need those beautiful friends that are here to support you, here to see you grow, and here to encourage that strength within you. I truly hope this reading has helped you on your shadow work journey, or will help to assist you on your shadow work journey, and I wish you absolutely nothing but the best. You've got this. You definitely have a clear road, nothing to worry about, and I have so much hope that you will be able to easily clear this shadow. Sending you lots of love. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. If anything did resonate, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, share your experience in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on another reading. Have a magical day, and I'll see you in the next video. Hello, pile 2. Welcome to your reading. You have chosen the wonderful Star Dragons deck and the Mahogany Obsidian. Let's go ahead and just set that over there. We've got your cards shuffled out here, and we've got a couple tea leaf cards as well. So let's go through and see what we've got. We'll lay them all out and then dive into it. You have got time, grief, accepting loss, healing, restoring hope, Definitely some shadow cards coming out. Dominance, believing in yourself. The self, gathering your power. Very similar, two of these fire cards coming out. Let me just go ahead and shuffle the cards down. Knowledge. Vision, contemplating the future. And bliss, cherishing the day. Leaf cards are funnel, period of frustration, lessons to be learned. Fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate. And owl, good advice from a wise person. Now with these cards piled too, right off the bat, it is quite obvious that the shadow that is needing some attention right now with your time card, it's saying, you know, now is the time, is grief. It is time to look at your shadow that is grief. Now, grief comes from many things, so not necessarily everybody's shadow or the root of the shadow is going to be the same. But what this is saying is anything that you are harboring grief for, that is the situation, that is the shadow, that it is time to heal, that it is time to restore that hope. Right next to it, you've got healing. Time, healing, the grief card in the middle. I don't know if that could be any more clear for you, pile two. It's really saying this right here. I feel like there's like a neon sign pointing at it. This is the shadow that really needs attention. There's some great lines here in the book that came with this deck, so I'm going to read you a couple of those for the grief card. When faced with loss of any type, don't deny the gravity of the situation. Take time to truly process and accept the hand dealt. There will be tears, depression, sorrow, but acceptance will come once the cycle has run its course. So work towards accepting this loss. So many times in life we are tempted to keep calm and carry on, but now is not the time or the place for such a robotic and inhuman approach. So feel your sadness, take that time to mourn a loss. Own your grief when you need to. The time has come. Even with the end of that sentence, it literally has, again, the word time. So wow, it's definitely a potent time for you, pal, to look at this shadow and to start working on it and to start allowing yourself to feel that hope. In this card, we see that the only light, they are in a night sky, and the only light guiding them is this fairy of hope, is this being of hope. So this feels like you right now. You're in this dark, dreary, gray type of area when it comes to whatever this shadow is that is causing you this grief, causing you this feeling of abandonment and pain and discomfort and all those negative emotions wrapped up into one. So this is you in all of that darkness. And what this card is saying is it's time to switch on that light of hope again. It is time to allow yourself to be guided by hope, to allow yourself to really heal this, because you have the ability to. With your next card, Dominance, I love the fire coming into this one. We've got these two fire cards and a fire card here from this deck. So it is time to have that strong, with the fire card here, it says strong emotion of love. And this is saying it's time to have that for yourself. This is talking about self-love. We have believe in yourself, gather your power. A lot of fire energy coming through here for you, pile two. It's such a ramped up energy. I'm just feeling it through my body. And I'm just like, yes, let's go. Let's do it. It's time to step back into your power. Step back into that passion of loving yourself fiercely, of allowing yourself to be strong and powerful. I feel like possibly whatever has caused you this grief whatever the shadow is, pile 2, maybe took away some of your power. Maybe it took away some of your belief in yourself or some of your self-love. And that's okay. But the cards are saying it's time to get that back. It's time to have passion in your heart to get back to this strong, fiery person that you really are deep down inside. Because maybe this affected that, but it never took it away. It just hit it, right? It just pushed it down. So it's time to bring that back up, because that's going to help you so much in healing whatever this shadow is for you, bringing back that passion, that self-love, that fire. That's really going to help you on this journey, as you literally have 3 cards talking on that same fiery action energy. Moving down to your knowledge card, which I actually feel is quite connected to your funnel card, because this is talking about period of frustration, but there's lessons to be learned. And now obviously that is exactly what shadow work is. It's frustrating. It can be difficult. It's no easy walk in the park. It's no Sunday drive. But the reason we do it is for the lessons that we learn. It's for that healing. It's for that hope. It's for the love and the light that is allowed in once the shadow is gone. There are so many reasons why we do it, and the lesson is the biggest one. So this is saying really that there is so much knowledge for you to gain. There are lessons for you to gain when looking at the shadow, when allowing yourself to feel it. It's going to definitely be difficult and frustrating. There's no lie about that. The cards aren't going to sugarcoat it for you, but they're letting you know, again, with 2 cards here, it's worth it. You know, again, there's free will. You don't have to heal anything, but obviously, if you're watching this, you're on that shadow work journey, or you're interested in starting a shadow work journey. So this is really letting you know there is great, great, great knowledge and lessons for you to actually learn while you heal this. It's not just a difficult journey where you just have to release the shadow and then that's it. No, there really is a reward after. There always is some sort of lesson or some sort of aha moment. After the shadow has been worked on and released, you do ascend, you do go to the next level, you do gain something, you almost level up, if you will, because you release something that was holding you back. And now you have allowed yourself to go to the next level, which contains lessons and knowledge. Your next 2 cards here, I do feel like these are also quite tied in. We've got vision, contemplating the future, and bliss, cherishing the day. What this is really saying, pile 2, is it's time to start thinking about your future. It's time to start with that believing in yourself, that fiery energy. It's time to start having excitement again, because this shadow has really been holding you in that darker place, that grayer, drearier place where maybe you didn't feel like thinking about your future was even necessary. Maybe you just feel like you were always going to be stuck here. So why even have this magical outlook on life, because you're just stuck in this, right? So I love how this card is letting you know that it's time to break out of that. As you work on the shadow, start being excited again for your future. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Is there somewhere you want to travel? Is there something you really want to experience? Is there food you really want to eat? What do you want to do for your future? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Is there a company you'd love to start? Is there a project you want to work on? Do you want to make more time for your art? What is it? You know, really start having excitement for yourself and your future again. Because as you heal this, you're going to start bringing in, as we see the backgrounds are even different, as you heal this, these clouds and this grayness are going to turn into beautiful starry skies where you see hope, you see opportunity again. So get excited about that. That is something to bring into the shadow work journey, is actually excitement for the future. That's going to help you. And the bliss card says pretty much exactly what the vision card says, but doing it more on a daily basis. It's saying have excitement and bliss in your everyday. There's something that you can cherish in every day, even if it doesn't feel like there's a reason to celebrate. So that could be something as simple as you hear the chirp of a bird or a bird's song, or you see a pretty flower, or there was a really funny meme that you've seen on Instagram. It literally can be anything, but it's saying stop and have those moments in each day where you actually have gratitude and you cherish it, where you stop and you say, wow, I'm grateful that I got to hear that bird's song. Wow, I'm so grateful that I came across this meme because I was having such a bad day and it made my day better. It made me laugh. Whatever it is, it's saying allow yourself to start bringing in more of this bliss, because you do have a lot of these gray clouds around you from the shadow. And as you work on the shadow, simultaneously start being grateful and having those blissful moments in each day. That's going to really bring up your mood and your energy as you work on this. So I love how it's saying have excitement for your future and find those little things in every day that you can also cherish and be really grateful for. Coming over here to your owl card, we've got good advice from a wise person. Now to me, this card is saying that it is definitely, if you feel comfortable in reaching out to somebody who you find is wise or that you view as wise, that is definitely something that can help you in this situation. Now, that may be someone like a therapist or a psychologist, or it may be somebody more like a family member or a really close friend or a coworker. The owl card is really letting you know it's a great idea and it's okay to reach out to those that you see as wise to ask for advice. Maybe that just is as simple as asking your friend, like, hey, have you ever done shadow work, or have you ever tried it? Or if you have tried it, did you like it? You know, do you have any tips or tricks? That's really saying that whoever you find to have wisdom in your life, talk to, get some advice about this. And if you feel comfortable, really open up and allow yourself to have those conversations so that you don't feel so alone, right? It's great to just have those casual conversations like, have you ever tried shadow work? What worked for you? What didn't? Because now, if you've asked a couple people that and they say, oh yeah, I tried it or I've done it, now when you go to do it, you're not going to feel so alone or so weird or isolated about it, right? So really reach out to those that you find to have knowledge or that you really look up to and that you would enjoy to have a conversation about shadow work with. Going to go into the tarot deck and get you 2 cards here. We have the Queen of Wands coming out. And the 7 of Swords. Queen of Wands is a great card because it talks about creativity, growth, intuition, and passion. So I feel like this kind of is going in with this energy of having that passion of believing in yourself, bringing your power back, bringing your strength back, and having that fierce self-love energy. That's kind of like the Queen of Wands is being passionate about your growth and allowing yourself to tap into your intuition on this journey. That's really what her cat represents. And she also represents creativity. So if there's some sort of creative way that you'd like to go about working on this shadow, go for it. Trust your intuition. If something feels right, then it's right for you, because there is no right or wrong way to do shadow work. Of course, there's lots of different things you can try. Not everything that works for you is going to work for the next person and vice versa. So really follow your intuition and be creative. You don't have to follow the norm. You don't have to heal the shadow in the way that somebody told you you have to do shadow work. Do you know what I mean? Follow that intuition, be creative, and have passion for your growth. Have passion for the knowledge and the lessons that you're going to be learning on this journey. Now with the 7 of Swords, this card talks about some deception, some irresponsibility, and some escape. So I do feel like this is almost your ego coming out piled 2. I almost feel like in a way that all the swords here are your shadows, is this grief. And this 7 of Swords card is almost saying that you might have a tendency, or there might be an ego tendency to be like, oh, whatever, I can just cover this up and run away and deceive myself, and I can just keep pushing it down or ignoring it and it'll be fine. I don't have to work on this. It's fine. But that's, ego, right? That is truthfully ego, where it's like, oh, I can get away with not doing this. So I feel like this card is letting you know, pile two, it is okay if you have thoughts like this. It is okay if you feel like during your shadow work journey, you just would rather shove it back down and just never look at it again. That is okay, and that is normal to have these types of feelings and thoughts. I even myself have had those thoughts during my shadow work journey, where it's like, oh wow, you know what? I could just put a little blanket over this and put it in the corner and never look at it again. But again, that would be deceiving yourself, right? That's that deception coming out in the Seven of Swords. He's almost, looking away from your higher self, and it's like, oh, is anyone going to notice? Trying to run away. That doesn't really work with shadow work, because the more we ignore it, the bigger the shadow gets. And then, it just turns into something even more difficult to deal with. So this is just a card that is letting you know that it is so normal and so okay to have those feelings, and to really have compassion for yourself when they come up. Don't think you're a bad person for thinking that. Don't think that you're out of the normal or weird for thinking that. I do feel like it can be part of the process, and ego will definitely rear its head at times when we're doing shadow work, because sometimes ego doesn't necessarily want us to continue on and grow. So just be aware, pile two, that you're not a bad person if you have these thoughts, because with that funnel card, period of frustration, there could be that ego frustration coming up for you. But know that you have the strength and the power and the passion to work through it. And I feel like if this is something you truly want to heal, you have the strength and the power to heal it, pile two. This is almost just like, hey, don't worry about it. It happens to the best of us. If you have those thoughts or feelings on your journey, it doesn't mean that you don't have the ability to do it. And it doesn't mean that what ego says during these periods of frustration is truth. Ego doesn't always speak truth. And into the fairy deck we go to get you your last message. There we go. Ooh, moon energy. Surrender to the natural ebb and flow of life. If you're feeling confused, this fairy comes to calm emotions and reassure you that peace of mind is possible. Oh, that's a wonderful last message. Just bringing in some of that calm energy, allowing you to relax, allowing you to know that peace and healing and hope is possible in this situation. It's great this card has come out, as I do feel like whatever the shadow is for you, pile two, it's a decently sized one, right? Like, grief can definitely leave quite a large impact on us. So if you have those overwhelming thoughts or confused thoughts, or you just have absolutely no idea how this is ever going to be a shadow that you're able to clear, this card is bringing in this beautiful calming energy to bring those emotions down, balance them out, and bring in that energy of peace and hope. It kind of has that same energy of your healing card, where it was talking about restoring your hope. So know that it truly is possible, even if you feel overwhelmed right now, even if you don't feel in your heart that it is possible. There's multiple cards here letting you know that the feelings you're experiencing aren't necessarily the ultimate truth, and they are just the feelings that are coming up when talking or thinking or experiencing, or re-experiencing, I should say, this shadow. Because that definitely happens. We can get triggered even when just thinking about it, or having someone's name go through our mind. We can get antsy, we can get our emotions in a jumble, but that doesn't mean that we can't heal it. That doesn't mean that there isn't hope. That just means that we are tuned into our emotions, which is a wonderful thing. So just know, if you do have any of those overwhelming emotions, again, it's okay and it's normal. And to really just tap into your intuition, tap into that higher self energy to calm yourself and to remind yourself that you have the passion, you have the fire, you have the creativity, you have all of the things that you need to go at this, pile two. And it's okay to feel overwhelmed at times, but know in those times that you just need to gravitate towards something that can calm you and that can rebalance you. And then you can go back in and continue working on your shadow work. I truly hope this shadow work reading helped you and gave you some insight, and I wish you nothing but the best for your shadow work journey, pile 2. If anything did resonate, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, share your experience in the comment below, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on another reading. Sending you so much love and light. Have a magical day. See you in the next video. Hello, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Smoky Quartz and the magnificent Starseed Oracle. So we've got your cards all out here and a couple tea leaf cards. Let's go ahead and stick this over here and see what has come out for you. We're going to lay out all the cards and then go into your reading. We've got water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. Double mission, light worker, starseed, serve the world by being you. Deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Your life is a canvas, artist, manifestation, creative accountability. Lifting the veil, questioning everything, anything unaligned must go. Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. A new earth, it's happening. Keep holding the vision. Cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. No surprise that card came out in the shadow work read. Your tea leaf cards, we've got Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assure success. Ooh, wonderful. Beetle, good fortune. Oh, and Lily, spiritual love. Okay, pile 3, these first 2 cards here are talking about the shadow that needs attention right now. So water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest, and then double mission. What's coming out is being able to be you. What this means is you have a shadow within you that was created in the past from somebody or something not allowing you to feel safe to be your unique self, as well as also not allowing you the basic needs that you deserve. I'm getting a heavy overtone with that card that it could be something like child abuse, where we're talking about maybe somebody didn't give you the nourishment that you actually needed, maybe the food that you needed. This is talking about those very basic needs of nourishment, rest. The tenderness talks about love and body care. So I do feel like something happened to you, pile 3, in the past where those things were not met at the standard that they needed to be met, which is why it has created this shadow for you. This is the type of shadow we're talking about, where whatever needs weren't met for you in the past, they're now affecting you in a way that it's not for your highest good anymore, and it's time to clear it out. That's why this shadow is coming up in this reading and letting you know it's the one that actually needs attention the most right now. And now that doesn't have to be coming from childhood. It can be coming from all different situations and times in our lives, but this is definitely something that has had a big impact on you, pile 3, that I do feel like you're quite aware of what this shadow is as I'm talking about it. I feel like you're probably nodding your head or something's popping into your mind and you're going, oh yeah, I know what that is for me. Whatever that is for you, that is what is being highlighted in these 2 cards, pile 3. It's really those shadows that don't make you feel taken care of, loved, nourished, and like you can be yourself. So now that we're aware of the shadow that is presenting itself and that is letting you know it needs some attention, some TLC, let's go into the rest of the cards and see what your messages are for your shadow work journey. I do love the card right next to these. We've got the deep cellular healing. This talks about physical and emotional healing. Now, I do feel like the fact that the physical healing is coming out is because we're talking about those basic needs. So maybe this means that while you work on the shadow and you work through it, you're actually going to not only emotionally change, you're actually going to physically change as well, pile 3. Maybe that means that you're going to find a better self-care routine, a better way to nourish yourself. Maybe you're going to have more strength and confidence in cooking and getting those nutrients that you really need, or maybe you're going to have a better sleep schedule or just overall be able to sleep better. Something physical is really actually going to be healed for you, not just emotionally. So that's very interesting, and I love how this card is letting you know that there's two sides of the coin to this shadow work journey for you. Not only will you emotionally feel better, you will actually physically feel better too if you do decide to heal this. The next two cards I do feel like are pretty tied together here with your life as a canvas and lifting the veil. Has the same type of energy where it's time to have that excitement and creative outlook on your life again, and it's time to remove anything that is kind of stopping you from doing that. So with your life as a canvas, it talks about having that artistic outlook on life where you believe that you can manifest your dreams, where you have this accountability to be creative, where you really see it as something that is important to express yourself, to express your passions. And with lifting the veil, it talks about making sure that you are removing anything unaligned and questioning the things and the people and the environments in your place and questioning their energy, saying, how does this make me feel? And if it doesn't make me feel good, I'm going to move on from it. These two things combined are telling you that as you work through this, you're going to get back in touch with your passions, with your creativity, with this beautiful artistic outlook on life. I feel like maybe you did have that at one point, or it was very heightened for you, and these things happened where you don't necessarily, especially this one, you don't feel safe or comfortable truly being your unique self or truly expressing yourself. So that's what that card is saying. Your life is a canvas. It's going to allow this beautiful, creative, artistic outlook to come back into your life and be more at the forefront. And as you heal this, it's going to help you to remove anything that is blocking that. Anything that is unaligned, you're going to really notice it as you remove this shadow. Because as we have shadows within us, we can attract that same energy. So the more we do shadow work, the more we rid ourselves of low vibrations, we actually will notice that things within our lives that are low vibrational will also start to fall away. So these are two things that you can get hopeful for, that you're going to get your hobbies and your passions back and that artistic flair back in your life. And you're also going to be able to really easily see obstacles or people who truly don't support you. And you're going to just be able to a lot more easily let them fall away from you. With the Star Brothers card, I do feel a lot of your guides' energy coming through at pile 3 because we've got protection and loyalty, safety, trust. I do feel like this is your guides letting you know that you are protected on this journey, that you can trust yourself, you can trust the universe, you can trust your guides to have your back. They are so loyal to you and they are not going to let you go through a shadow work journey by yourself. If anything, that is the time where you are going to feel your guides more. That is the time where they are going to assist you more in whatever way that means, heavier protection or helping you transmute those energies while you're doing the shadow work. So know that you are not alone while you do this, even though at times we cannot, or not all of us can see our spirit guides. It doesn't mean that they're not there. So please know, pile 3, from your spirit guides, that you are so loved, you are so protected, you can definitely trust them, they have your back, and you are not alone as you go down this shadow work journey, and know that you are safe to do so. They are not going to let anything bad happen to you while you are working on this. That moves us right into a new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. To me, this says that if you want to heal this, you can. it's happening. As long as you hold that positive vision that yes, I can heal this. Yes, I can do this shadow work. Yes, I have the strength and the ability and the safety and protection to move forward confidently. You've got this, pile 3. I don't feel like there's absolutely anything that is going to get in your way. You are strong and you are ready to heal this, which is why it's coming to your attention and presenting itself as the shadow to work on right now. It would not be presenting itself if you didn't have the strength and ability. So as long as you choose to go forward and heal this, know that it will happen for you. Know that it is not a lost cause and it will 100% be worth your time and effort. With the cracked open card, it talks about that rock bottom. This is a shadow card. It talks about surrendering to the alchemy of life. It's saying that I understand this shadow really has in certain ways made you hit your rock bottoms or in certain areas of your life. And it is time to just surrender to that. So many of us tend to fight our shadows. We don't want to believe them, or we don't want to accept them because we think that that means if we accept them, we become them. And that's not the truth at all. It's almost saying allow yourself to feel and be aware and be okay that these things have gotten you to this point of being cracked open, of hitting your rock bottom, because guess what? That's part of life, and that's where the beauty happens. Because if you never got to this cracked open place, you would never have the opportunity to build yourself even better, to build yourself back up even better, stronger, more amazing. And that is exactly what shadow work is. It gives us the opportunity to learn, to grow, to better ourselves. And what a beautiful thing that is to have in life. It's not something to be ashamed of to have shadows, and it's okay to accept them, because once you accept them, you're not pushing against them anymore. And once you accept them, you can truly start to alchemize them. You can truly start to transmute them from a negative thing into a positive thing, into a lesson, into a learning experience. It allows you to grow and go to the next level. So accept it, accept whatever this is, and know that it doesn't make you a bad person and it doesn't make you that. Accepting your shadows actually allows you to move on, to heal them. It's ignoring them that creates them staying, that creates the stagnancy. The second you actually look at it with love, you start to transmute it. But so many of us are scared to even look at them or accept them. But as long as we keep our face and backs turned to them, they're going to grow, they're going to stay there. So that is the beauty of shadow work, is accepting that it's okay you hit your rock bottom. Everybody does. That gives us the opportunity to grow. And some people never grow. Some people will never look at their shadows, and they will forever have their back turned. And that means that they will never alchemize them. Those shadows will forever be with them. So the key to shadow work is accepting that you hit your dang rock bottom, and it's okay, because you are now looking at it with love and light, and you are going to transmute that shadow, and you are going to get rid of it and allow yourself to be happy and to have more joy. So if you don't have that perception, pile 3, or that mindset, that's definitely what this card is calling on you to do, is to start seeing your shadows in a more positive light. It's okay to accept them. It's okay to say, yeah, I hit my rock bottom, but guess what? I'm going to look at it and I'm going to transmute it, and I'm just going to surrender to this beautiful alchemy. So it's okay to view your shadow work as something positive, because essentially that's what it is. It's the universe handing you an opportunity to level up, to grow, to go to the next level. And how magnificent and magical is that we get these opportunities in life to do so. Looking over at your tea leaf cards, lots of good energy coming from these. With the Valley, you've got that deep personal strength that we're talking about. Also, it has peace, and it's saying that you have strength and peace that assure you success. So that wonderful word, assured success, I mean, that's not just success, that's assured success. So know, pile 3, that you have it within you. You've got it. There's nothing that you are lacking when it comes to working on this shadow. You have got it all, and you have the ability to truly transmute it. Coming in with the Beetle with good fortune, I also feel like that's very tied to your spirit guides, and Lily with spiritual love, again tied to that Star Brothers card. You are not alone. You are definitely not alone. You've got guides, you've got guardian angels, you've got loved ones, you've got ancestors. You have so much spiritual love and good fortune when it comes to working on this. So know, again, that you're protected and you're not alone. You have so many people rooting for you from the spirit world, like so much. I feel it in my heart. So much spiritual love coming from those realms straight to you and letting you know that you are protected and it is safe to go down this journey to heal this shadow. And also make sure you are tapping into your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, your loved ones, whoever you do work with in the spiritual world. Make sure you tap into them. Make sure that you are asking for their help and assistance on this journey, because that is what they are there for. They are more than happy to help you work on your shadow work. We're going to go into the tarot and get you a couple more cards. Oops, that one right there. Oh, I love the Queen of Cups. Such a great card. Again, Queen of Cups has protection attached to it. This card does talk about protection. So wow, you are not alone. Definitely cannot say that enough. You have a lot of spiritual support when you do your shadow work, pile 3. How lovely. Queen of Cups also talks about intuition. We've got a lot of that water energy. So again, make sure you're tapping into your intuition, your gut feelings. That's going to help you with this journey. That's going to help you to know how to heal this for you, because with shadow work there is no right or wrong way. So use your intuition. If something feels right, try it. It's okay to follow your intuition. It's okay to go against the grain. It's okay if you looked up a bunch of things to do with shadow work and none of it resonates with you and you have some different idea where you think that that's going to work better. Do it. That's what the Queen of Cups is saying. Trust your intuition because you know best for you. Ooh, and the Six of Wands coming out as well. Yes, I love this. Victory, valor. We see all of these people in the background cheering for this guy on his horse. So wow, that I almost feel like this is you after you finish this journey, because you are just going to feel so victorious, so confident, so proud of yourself for doing the hard work. Into the Oracle of the Fairies here for your last message. Wow. Oh my gosh, just 2 different decks, same thing. This Six of Wands is literally celebration energy. So, oh, wow, wonderful. Get ready to let your hair down and celebrate. It's time to go out, dance, and play. An invitation could be on the way. I love this. This is really letting you know that once you do finish this shadow work, make sure you celebrate. Make sure you do take that victory lap, because you really do deserve it. It is something to celebrate. It is something to be proud of. Shadow work is difficult. It can be frustrating. It is no easy feat. It's not something that you can do in one go. Also, shadow work is working on a little bit each day or working on it a little bit each week, however it works for your schedule. But it takes time, it takes patience, it takes real effort and energy. You are truly transmuting, alchemizing those experiences. So please, pile 3, make sure if you go down this journey of shadow work and you finish clearing this shadow that you celebrate. Don't just go on about your day and be like, all right, yeah, I cleared that. Make sure you actually celebrate. Make sure you actually do that victory lap, whatever that looks like for you, whether that's taking yourself out for a nice dinner, buying yourself a new pair of shoes, whatever it is, celebrate. This is big work. This is something that you should celebrate. This is not something that you should just sweep under the rug like, oh yeah, I did shadow work. This is very much a big step in your life, and it's going to open up the door for so many beautiful things to be birthed and created, and you're going to get your passion and your creativity back. You're going to have emotional healing, physical healing. You're going to be able to really just be more confident and in your power. So if there's any reason to celebrate, that right there is it. I truly hope you enjoyed this shadow work reading and that it helped you out and gave you some insight. Wishing you nothing but the best for your shadow work journey, and I know you're gonna kill it, pile 3. If anything did resonate for you, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, share your experience in the comments below, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss out on another reading. Sending you so much love and light. I hope you have a magical day, and I'll see you in the next video.